We interrupt your programming to deliver this urgent bulletin from the NTSB. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message has been transmitted by request from the NS Board of Directors. At around 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a scathing collision course is about to unfold. Two NS freights are heading for a collision course in Knox, Indiana. Trains 277 and 629 are heading for a fatal head-on collision at Knox, Indiana. Adjacent locations that are also being impacted are, for Indiana, Gary, Rayburn, Dunphy, Claypool, Valparaiso, Hammond, and South Whitley. For Illinois, Chicago, Calumet City, Oak Park, Frankfort, and Evanston. Take a battery radio and tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements. Stay tuned for further updates. We interrupt your programming on Nickelodeon to deliver this urgent bulletin. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Knox Fire Rescue. At around 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, both trains have fully collided head-on. The force of the impact has buckled all 5 locomotives' fuel tanks and have set both trains on fire. All firefighting equipment is en route to the crash site. Mandatory evacuations have been placed for the states of Illinois and Indiana. Tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements on this dangerously developing story. Stay tuned for further updates. All programming has been put on standstill for this audio duration portion of this message. Has been confirmed to being killed upon impact. Train 277's engineer has been confirmed to being deceased. The student engineer has suffered severe but not critical injuries from the collision. The other 3 crewmen on board 629 have also survived but with serious and critical arm injuries from the collision. The NTSB will arrive in around 10 minutes to conduct an internal online investigation to what caused this crash. Regular broadcasting has been discontinued for the audio duration portion of this message. Stay tuned for further updates. Civil danger warning. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Knox Fire Rescue. Confirmed reports from anonymous media outlets report flammable solids and liquids and oxidizing chemicals in the disaster. Mandatory evacuations are now in place for the areas of Illinois and Indiana until further notice. Do not head towards Fort Wayne Airport, as it too has been shut down until further notice. Fire rescue so far are still fighting the blaze, but at a respectable distance. Aerial firefighting equipment will still be used as the primary extinguishing of this fire. The NTSB is still looking into what caused this disaster. Stay tuned for further updates. Tune to 1240 FM or 1240 AM on your radio dial for later statements on this developing story. An NTSB employee has speculated that poor communication and coordination from Train 277 was the culprit in this fiery disaster. The other 4 victims are being taken to critical burn units where they will make full recoveries. 2 of the victims suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns from the fires that erupted after the collision. The units involved for Norfolk Southern include a C-39-AD, a General Purpose 59, and 2 SD-60s. The 5th unit was not confirmed in this collision. All 4 locomotives 8642, 6134, 6207, and 4636 are all totaled and will be heading for the scrapper's torch. Anyone in your shelters, you are advised to remain there until all clears have been given by appropriate authorities. The fires have not yet been extinguished, so stay calm. Stay tuned for further updates. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast systems shall transmit this emergency. This station has interrupted programming by the United States government to participate in this emergency. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news coverage for assigned areas. This is WTTW. We will continue to serve the Chicago and its surrounding areas. If you are not tuned to this station, tune to your channels to provide emergency coverage for your assigned area. Do not use the telephones, as they are being only used for emergency purposes. The emergency action notification has been activated. We interrupt your programming for this urgent news bulletin. This is a national emergency. This message has been transmitted by request from Norfolk Southern Corporation. The fires have been fully extinguished, and the emergency action notification has now been terminated. All clears are given to anyone evacuated earlier. The cause of the wreck was inconsistent coordination caucusing to the fatal error. No charges are being filed, but permanent changes for the railroad are being made. We thank you for your amazing cooperation during this critical emergency. We will now turn to Nickelodeon and WTTW for regular programming.